Greetings, clients, followers, nosy people. Want to let you know how we doing so far with our Freedom Fund Society portfolio that I've been tracking on the Collective 2 platform since June. We ended last month at a 10.4% gain on our portfolio, but so far this month, we're down 2.6%. And I wanted to make an update today, even though it's not the first, but I wanted to use this as a teaching opportunity for those of you who are looking to build long-term wealth through investing. I want to be very clear. If you're looking to make a lot of money quickly, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the person or persons who know or understand the concept of generational wealth. In order to have yourself in a position to build a large portfolio, you have to ignore short-term noise that happens in the market. We're going to have a new president. We're going to have a different economic cycle. There's always going to be fear mongering. There's always going to be manipulations that happen, but you have to keep a longer term perspective in mind, regardless of the month to month, day to day fluctuations, because the purpose of you adding to your portfolio over time is so that you can smooth out your equity curve. Now, what happened is we were up about 2.5% until today, and this is when Trump announced that he was going to impose 100% tariff on China due to some dispute that they're having about rare earth metals, which are one of the core components of AI and all of the things that go into that. Well, the markets reacted to that, so we basically lost that 3% gain that we had, and we're now down 2.6%. I do suspect that this is just a temporary thing. There's a lot of greed in the markets right now. So you'll see with our portfolio, we will tend to have really sharp moves. Okay, we're not, we're going to move up more quickly than the market. But when the market has these knee-jerk reactions to political things or economic numbers, you'll see that our portfolio will take a pretty steep dive. But because we're dollar cost averaging into our portfolio, and like me, when I see a drop like 2% today, 2.25% today, I just went in and bought some call options on the SPY. So I got a couple of call options on SPY. I have a couple of call options on one of the other positions in my portfolio. So I have the stock side, but then I do also reserve some capital to allocate into options to give me the opportunity to take advantage of some of the more short-term price swings, negative price swings that can give me some really big profits in the near term on my options plays. Okay, now for those of you who are in the Freedom Fund Society, we're not doing options. This is just a buy and hold. But I want to make sure you all understand that you're going to see times when the portfolio moves up and down, but we're not doing this for the up and down, day to day, month to month. We're doing this for the multi-generational wealth that we're going to build from the long-term gains, okay, in the market, in the positions that we're holding, okay? But so far, like I said, I still think that we're gonna be in line with seasonality, which is for the markets to have a really strong Q4. So I believe that this will probably still end up being just another gyration that happens over, maybe a month, if at the worst case. The first time Trump did this, he announced the tariffs. I think that was around February, towards the end of February. The market fell for about 50 days. It hit a bottom of about 20%. And then it went up, and then it eventually ended up making new highs, but it took it maybe 45 days to hit the low, but then it took it 60 days to basically get back to where it was. So it did take it a little bit longer to get back. It wasn't one of those sharp recoveries. But yeah, I mean, that's kind of what happens when you have a really highly valued market like that. And there's a lot of greed that really creates a lot of volatility. But anyway, we're going to keep chugging along. I'm going to make another update. I'm going to just kind of tell you all how I did on my option. I bought a SPY option on the Freedom Fund portfolio. On my personal portfolio, I did, I'm not going to tell y'all all that, but I got a couple of different options going on right now. Again, these are just to give me some exposure to a lot of the short-term volatility, profit from the upturn of the upswing that will, I think, happen relatively quickly. But anyway, that's all, everybody. Don't forget to make sure you register for the retirement planning class titled How to Multiply Your Retirement Income and Wealth. We're going to be speaking about how you can leverage insurance for guaranteed lifetime income, creating tax-free income from that, how you can find money within your everyday activities, okay, to invest more into building a wealth bucket in stocks like the ones that we're in that have made, 150%. These 8 made 114%. I mean, being able to put your money to work and making, 400%. No, this is not where you want to put all of your money, but you do want to make sure that you are allocating a portion of your portfolio to more opportunistic investment opportunities where you can get a lot of growth on that money and then start to shift that money into other things. This is going to be a part of the Freedom Fund Society. So those of you who sign up for the Freedom Fund Society, we're going to take my stock picks. We're going to put those into your portfolio for you, help you, set up your account if you're not familiar with how to do that. And you'll be a part of a community of Black investors across the United States who are leveraging the power of AI, the power of community to build wealth, to build a stronger community that is more empowered and has the money to pay for defense when your rights are being infringed upon, or being able to leave abusive situations. Why? Because you have sovereignty, and sovereignty comes from, in this world, in a lot of cases, having money, having economic means, okay, to be able to move the way you want to move. But anyway, that class we do every Saturday, so make sure you sign up for that if you haven't already signed up. You all have been responding very well. We had 5,000 people come to the thing, and we do have about 12,000 of you on the list. So a large percentage of people came, and then we had 100 people to register, and then we had 65 people show up. So a lot of you have requested information on the Freedom Fund Society. A lot of you are interested in joining, and I'm telling you, it's going to be great for us as a community to make money together. Me helping those of you who've never invested be able to be a part of a group of like-minded individuals looking to build generational wealth and a stronger community, the sense of community that we had back in the day before we lost our way due to being desensitized. But now we understand how important it is for us to operate as a community, as a sovereign community, where we can move with sovereignty and not be chained by fear. This is what economic empowerment is about, everybody. 63 of you have registered for tomorrow's class. We usually get a lot of you registering the day of, the day before. So yeah, I'm looking forward. Yes, make sure you, again, Freedom Fund Society membership is $1,200. That is going to give you the setup of this investment account where we can make some money together. And again, this can really become a really large bucket of money if you are consistently allocating money and looking at it as a long-term bucket of money that's going to help you be more sovereign in your day-to-day life. Okay. All right, everybody. Thank you again. Make sure you register for, again, tomorrow's workshop. That will be a live workshop. And again, we are opening up. We've opened up membership for the Freedom Fund Society. At least we're going to get to 100 people, at least this year. We're going to close it down after 100 people once we reach that number just this year. And then we'll open it back up next year. But we definitely want to make sure that we get y'all making some money, building some wealth. Okay? Thank y'all. I'll see you on tomorrow's workshop. Take care.